All right, what's up, everybody? I'm Dalton. This is my bro Clifton. Some of you know us, some of you don't. I hope you would, because you are friends with us on Facebook.
Well, I just got my Facebook back, so you could be friends with me after this.
Okay, you might know me. I'm that guy. Yeah.
I'm that guitar guy that always plays music. That's you.
Yeah, I suck sometimes, but it's okay.
I'm the guy who writes the songs and the poems on Facebook now. I just kind of got on there, my first song's on there, so, yeah.
Anyway, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is me and him have a passion. What is that passion, my friend?
Music!
Yes. Surprisingly enough. Yes, it's music.
Oh, man.
We are metalheads. We are alternative metalheads. We're everything.
We're everything you can ever think of.
Anything alternative or anything that just makes you want to bob your head, that's us.
I listen to everything, man. Except for country. I don't listen to country.
I respect old country, new country.
I can respect it. I just don't listen to it. It's not my style. I have always been a hardcore kid, man. My first band at 11 years old was Slipknot. I have not gotten any softer. Oh, well, that's a lie. I do listen to Mayday Parade, but everything else, it's not really much softer than Slipknot.
And then, unlike him, I'm everywhere else. I'm everything from soft to the heaviest shit that will make you probably shit your pants if you still listen to Black Veil Brides.
Pussies.
I can't say shit. Black Veil Brides got me in kind of. It was kind of a gateway band for me.
Yeah,
but it's okay. That's back when they were underground. They don't count now.
No, I mean, I still like their music, man. I still like Savior, and I still like Mortician's
Well, this video ain't about Black Veil Brides. So let's just move
We're
on.
not fangirling. We're not doing that. We don't like Blood on the Dance Floor. We don't like Black Veil Brides anymore. We're here to talk strictly about really just rock music, man.
Rock, heavy metal,
anything, man. 50s to now, 40s to now. Hell, if you want us to, we'll go back to the Great Depression stage. We'll talk about the blues. No, I'm kidding.
Anyway, the whole point, me and him just really, we had a passion. We noticed that me and him talked a lot about music just alone. Just me and him are always having discussions about what person could do better in a band.
Arguments. I mean,
we would argue, we'd just discuss.
We wouldn't get into
how a band could be better in a certain way, what they could do, who would fit better in another band, what's the best part of a certain band. We're basically music enthusiasts.
And then one day, me and him just looked at each other and said, hey, this would be a great idea for the show. We were watching that metal show. This isn't a ripoff.
It was kind of a it wasn't so much a spark. I mean, it wasn't so much we're ripping them off. It's a spark. Yeah. They gave us an idea. I was like, dude, we could do something like that.
Yep.
And so that's what we're doing today. We're going to try it out, see how it goes. You guys, the whole point of this is to get feedback. You tell us what to do. You give us subjects. If you want us to talk about something, we'll talk about it. If you want us to give a shout out to a band, we're going to give a shout out to a band.
Okay, so one more thing. You can tell us what to do, but we're not going to be your bitch for the rest of our lives.
We're not stripping. Okay?
We're not doing that. I've already went through this. I was a male stripper. Oh my god, I can't do it again. Okay,
we were both pole dancers, but anyway.
But that's not here nor there.
Anyway. It was a rough time for me.
Anyway, all right. So
anyway,
first topic. We're going to be talking about Carolina Rebellion.
Since we are, if you do not know, we are both from the great state that nobody knows.
Prison.
Called South Carolina.
Hell. Okay. Anyway,
it's really not that bad. It's just nobody talks about us. They love North Carolina, but they're like, there's a South Carolina.
What do we have here that North Carolina doesn't?
One thing.
Trees. Let me stop. They probably got trees there too.
But we have we don't have very many concerts. We don't have very many big get-togethers. But we have one.
And it's not even here. It's in North Carolina.
And it's not even here.
We literally want to drive up there just to see it, man.
And it is Carolina Rebellion.
Oh man! All right, the lineup this year, the show card this year made me cry because Slipknot.
It's absolutely orgasmic.
Slipknot once somebody said Slipknot, Korn, Marilyn Manson, I just literally froze and said, I need to make $1,000 in the next 5 weeks because literally everything that's been going on to see Slipknot actually coming back without Joey, without Paul, and they're trying to do this with the Grey chapter and everything. I'd really like to see that. And then Korn and Marilyn Manson, I mean, that's what I grew up with, man. Freak on a Leash, all of that. I mean, this year, I have no complaints. Last year, I didn't have any complaints, but this year is going to blow last year out the water. I mean, even the unknown bands like Beartooth, Mice and Men, they're not really unknown, right?
They're just unspoken for. I mean, it takes.
They're mid-card bands, so you know.
Yeah, I mean,
but they're great. I mean, I love Beartooth. I have a thing for Mice and Men. They're great, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I like them, so you know. I mean, you don't have to like them.
Dude, I'm going to introduce you to like. You know, anyway.
Yeah, we're not gonna get what you introduced me because there's a lot of bands you introduced me to in the recent year. But anyway, no. What we want to talk about is the lineup in itself, what we are expecting to see, and what we really look forward to seeing. Most people look forward to seeing because I don't think we're going to be going, sadly.
But what you can enjoy if you do somehow get the money and the abilities to go. What do we have for us, Johnny?
Oh, well, let's see. Let's start on May 2nd. That's the Saturday in May. The first Saturday in my birthday month. But anyway, the main people are Korn, Marilyn Manson, and Rise Against. You also have Sammy Hagar, Bush,
Cheap Trick,
Papa Roach, Cheap Trick of Mice and Men, Live, Live, whatever you want to call them. I've never really learned the name.
I think Beartooth's on there, too.
Beartooth is on there. Beartooth is at the very bottom, and Young Guns is on there, and a few other people on there. Motionless and White, if you have a Motionless and White thing, they're on there.
Basically, all you emo kids are going to be fucking jizzing in your pants, possibly.
Hey, they're not always emo, man. I like emo music, too. I'm
just saying. I know this from experience because I'm an ex-emo kid. I still have emo in me.
Yep.
I know what emo kids want to hear.
Yep. And there's a lot of great bands on May 2nd. What you should look forward to seeing is probably, you know, Mice and Men, Beartooth, Papa Roach, Korn, Rising, mostly everybody, man.
I mean, that's a good lineup right there. But
you can't say anything bad.
But the next day is for all you true metalheads out there. What do we got?
Oh, Slipknot, Godsmack, Slayer, Slash, Breaking Benjamin, Hellstorm, The Pretty Reckless, Queens, Right in This Moment, In Flames, Suicidal Tendencies, Hatebreed, Tremonti, Testament, Exodus, Butcher Babies, Starset, and We Are Harlot. There's nothing I can say about that either. I mean, just expect to see Slipknot do the Great Chapter. They're already teasing
Expect to probably most likely hear The Devil and I.
I'm telling you, expect to hear Godsmack's new song that's been on the radio and played out by now. But, you know, I mean, it's not that bad. Make sure to expect I Stand Alone and a lot of good older songs by them, too. Especially by Slipknot. Expect Slipknot to do some of the badass on-stage performances that they've done all their career.
Made their career out.
I'm telling you, man. Just expect all of that on the 3rd. And on the 2nd, just expect Korn to do something amazing.
You know Korn.
Marilyn Manson is probably going to throw cocaine out into the crowd again, you know? I mean, just make sure your kids aren't in the mosh pit. You're good. Rise Against.
They're never going to sleep.
No. It's going to look like Harold and Kumar all over again.
And then Rise Against
Just expect to bang your head, man. Listen for Savior. Listen for Architects.
Survive.
Yeah, all of that.
I mean, all the good shit.
Because, I mean, that's just going to make you want to bounce and bob your head, man. When you get to Sammy Hagar, just expect I Can't Drive 55 and move on.
Just bear with him and wait for the next band. That's all I'm saying.
And Bush is going to be like your sad relief because it's probably going to do like Glycerine and the Chemicals Between Us is probably going to be on there.
I need to.
Machine Head's definitely going to be on
Machine Head.
Like, they're probably going to come back with a lot of their old classics, man. Papa Roach. Expect Papa Roach to, like, blow your minds all over again.
You know, Between Insects, One Still Swinging.
Forever. There's so many. There's so many. You can't really put them all in one.
Beartooth. Okay, yeah. For those who don't really know about Beartooth, please check this out. I'm actually going to push for him because
I'll actually talk to you guys later about that in another segment because you know we got another segment I'm going to talk about that mainly. But
in the in between, I have a problem. The list goes on. I mean, they got great.
Just be prepared to listen to some banging music, okay?
You will not
be prepared. You know, all the bands that you've heard of all your life, be prepared to hear the same thing, but on better stage, in performance. Hopefully it won't get rained out.
Okay, now that we've ridden Carolina Rebellion's dick a little too much,
Yep.
how about we actually get into the show?
Okay, anyway, off of that shit, because some of you guys are probably like in Wisconsin, like, I can't go there. Fuck you guys.
Thank you for letting me know all the shit I'm not going to get to see for the next couple of months.
Hey, it's okay. They'll be in the Uproar Festival next year. Anyway, the Big Five decades.
Okay.
I want you to explain.
Us. I'm actually, yeah, that's why, because I'm the one who actually came up with this segment. For those who are true metalheads, who are just like, who grew up with Metallica, Megadeth, Slayer, and Anthrax, you know about the Big Four. Well, not really self-proclaimed, but the fan-proclaimed, I guess, Big Four of metal, which was those four bands. Well, we decided to take it a little bit further and do a Big Five. Top five of, well, kind of in our opinion, deserve these spots for each decade.
All right.
We're actually going to do, just so y'all go ahead and be prepared to look forward to these. We're probably going to go possibly from the 50s and up. I don't know if we're going to hit the 40s. We might hit the 40s if we get good enough.
Now, the 50s is probably going to come later on because we still got to do some homework on that. 60s as well. 70s too.
Now,
we're getting into it.
80s, 90s, millennium, and now, that ain't going to be hard at all because, fuck, that's what
But
we grew up with.
the 40s, the 50s, the 60s,
Those
and
are the
70s,
ones we're going to have to do some homework on.
because, I mean, they got so much in there. I mean, you had all of that. So.
We just want to make a clear judgment and at least, we want to give y'all a good list.
Yeah.
So,
Let's explain how it's going to work. All right. As usual, you're going to have the Big Four. You're going to have your Anthrax. You're going to have this. You're going to have that. You're going to have this. You're always going to have that. But we thought we might as well add a fifth one who deserves recognition. Now,
kind of like that runner-up almost.
Yeah, that person who just barely didn't make it. We're going to start probably in the 80s. We're going to make our own Big Four because, in my opinion, Anthrax don't deserve it.
I mean, yeah, they were thrash metal to an extent.
No, they were Anthrax. They didn't deserve it. Just move on.
Sorry, we have a hatred for Anthrax.
All right, I'm going to let you do your Big Four, and I'm going to do my Big Four.
For the 80s?
For the 80s, man.
I got to throw Scorpion in there.
Oh, yes. Go ahead, man.
They aren't going to be in any particular order because, fuck, the actual Big Four in any particular order.
I mean, I don't see 1, 2, 3, 4 beside them, so yeah.
So, I would probably have to say Scorpions, Guns N' Roses. Let's see, Scorpions, Guns N' Roses.
Don't forget the Misfits.
Yeah, but that's not really...
Well, I mean, you got to go...
You know what?
The genres are really not really important.
That's another thing that's going to be different about ours. Is that it's not going to be any particular genre. It's just going to be in all.
Yeah.
So, I guess in that being said, I guess Scorpions, Guns N' Roses, Misfits, and Metallica.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Metallica's already part of the Big Four, but I got to give them credit.
I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. The Scorpions and Metallica are in mine, too. But I really don't know if I can put... I can put Guns N' Roses in there. But see, I just don't want to.
Well, what do you want?
Guns N' Roses was, they're great and all that. Slash is
like
probably...
I said, it was just off the top of my head, so...
Yeah.
Let's go up with some actual discussion.
I'm going to talk about yours first.
Good.
Your Scorpions, I'm going to keep your Scorpions
Scorpions
there.
is highly underrated. Actually.
Yeah, they actually are. I mean, listen to more Scorpions. I mean, they're probably one of the best bands in the 80s.
Most well-rounded.
Exactly. Metallica's got to stay in it. One, because Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning. Do I have to
Let's just say one of the biggest metal bands of all time.
Exactly. You can never take them out, no matter what. Guns N' Roses, I don't know if I could put in. One, because I grew up with Guns N' Roses.
As did I.
I don't find a great fondness for them.
Well, what would you like to put in?
I would have to put Queensryche in there.
All right. You know what? Actually, I would agree with that one. I was leaning more toward Queensryche in the first place.
Queensryche would have to be in mine, and I would also have to finally put in Iron Maiden.
Oh, fuck, Iron Maiden. Definitely.
Yep. That's my Big Four. Now, your fifth would be...
My fifth would be Guns N' Roses.
Okay, now I see what you're saying.
Either that or Def Leppard.
Now, see, that would have been my fifth, is Def Leppard, because Def Leppard, that was the 80s band I really liked back in the day.
All right, so what's the lineup? We got
Yours is.
We got okay. Well, let's go ahead with the ones that are the most agreed with, and that would be the top one is Metallica.
Top one's Metallica.
The second one would have to be
The Scorpions.
Scorpions. Then we got Queensryche
and Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden, and
would you put Def Leppard in 5, or would you put Guns N' Roses in 5?
wait a minute, didn't Pantera come out in the 80s?
Oh, Pantera was late 80s, early 90s.
That was back when they were glam metal.
I would put them more in the 90s.
Never mind, I'll put them.
Yeah, Dimebag did his best guitaring in the 80s, but Pantera did their best in the 90s.
In the 90s, okay. Yeah, I'll agree with it. Queensryche. Oh yeah, Def
Leppard's alright. Queensryche is alright. Alright, so that's our 5.
If you have another 5, please let us know. You go ahead. Just give us your opinion. This is the main reason for this.
Comment, man. This is all over Facebook, man. You can comment all
The reason we're having to do it on Facebook is because YouTube don't like us. So
yeah, YouTube hates us. We don't know why. Why, YouTube? Why?
But
anyway.
So and plus we'll be able to get out to the people that we really want. We're going. I mean, like I said, we're just testing this out, see how it goes. So interact with us.
All right. On to the next thing. Do you want to do genre versus genre or band versus band?
Let's do. How about I do the genre versus genre and you do band versus band?
All right, and I'll comment on what you say and you can comment on what I say.
Okay, for me, genre versus genre. Oh my lord!
You got so many to choose from.
Yes, I do.
Okay, subgenre.
Okay,
that's where you have to
subgenre
because you can't really say genre because genre would be country, pop, rock, and classical and all that. Subgenre rock. Okay, let's do
it. Subgenre. Alternative metal and new metal. There is a difference. There is a difference.
Okay.
New metal is more techno and more rapcore.
Whoa. Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, that is true.
Okay. I'm a fan of both. I'm a great fan of both, actually. I love alternative metal and I love new metal. I love that new metal is... Actually, new metal is more for moshing, too. Think about this. Limp Bizkit is new metal.
You can mosh the hell out of Limp Bizkit.
Early Disturbed is new metal. I mean, there's a shitload of other ones.
Okay, but what would you...
Alternative metal. That would be Pain. That would be Late Disturbed. That would be... Breaking Benjamin. That would be System of a Down. And all this other good... A lot of good bands come from alternative. But also, there's a couple that don't get really recognized in new metal, but I can't really name them either. But which one... Well, let's just say what's the versus going to be? Best? Or...
Well, see, here's what you should verse it off of. What kind of... Like, those two better guitar solos, better drums, better singing...
Okay, well... Instrumental-wise... New metal. New metal is actually more intricate than alternative metal because new metal actually has more techno. It has more.
It's got more speed.
It's got more. Yeah, I mean, it's got way more speed. It's got more. And then the actual vocals in that is like just surreally weird.
See, that's where
it takes very intricate, very unusual, very unique vocals for new metal.
Well, new metal is Slipknot, man. If you can carbon copy Corey Taylor, I give you props. I've listened to him for years, and I cannot even try and copy him.
And then alternative metal, they're better whenever it comes to hitting main public.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to put it mainstream.
I mean, they're awesome if you just love metal, but you don't really like, I guess what you would call cookie cutter metal.
Yeah.
Kind of like, I guess, I hate to say it, but Five Finger Death Punch is considered cookie cutter metal, even though they're beat down metal.
Yeah. That's well. I don't
what you expect out of metal music, like Avenged Sevenfold, like modern day, like modern.
Modern day. Like, older. Now that's not even metal. That's deathcore, pretty much.
Yeah, but yeah. So that's my lineup. There you go.
All I have to really say on that is alternative metal has better harmonizing.
That is true.
I mean, if you look at Breaking Benjamin and you listen to it, they have better harmonizing.
New metal is just really new metal and rapcore is just better.
You want a headbang.
It's just better for moshing. Like I said, just energetic.
Yeah, exactly. But if you want to vibe and just sit in your car and vibe to it, go with alternative metal, man. That's all I have to say. I guess it's time for band versus band.
All right, band versus band. Hit me.
All right, well.
You got the tougher one, actually.
No,
actually, I got the tougher one. What the fuck?
I don't know. Let's see. Today, I'm not gonna go with my best bands. I'm gonna probably
just throw two bands together. See, what you got?
All right. Well, we have not hit metalcore today, so I'm gonna go with
You and your medical. Let's do this.
Well, you know what?
We gotta show it.
Fine. You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this.
Do it.
Fine. I'm gonna put Falling in Reverse versus the Dead Rabbits. Craig Mabbitt from Escape the Fate. Ronnie from Escape the Fate. Different bands though.
But wait a minute, you gotta think about this. Craig is also 2 other different bands. He's also in Bless the Fall.
Yeah, but I'd much rather put them with the Dead Rabbits because I know more about the Dead Rabbits. All right, listen. I have to.
Actually,
if I have to verse them, it would be a hard decision. One, because I love Craig, I love Ronnie. They're both great.
That depends. Would you be basing them off of them doing better outside of Escape the Fate? As basically, I would
have to say, if you put them together in Escape the Fate, I feel like if you put them both in Escape the Fate and make them
actually
together,
at one point were into it at the same time.
And you know what? I liked songs from that. I really did. I really like Escape the Fate as a whole. I like Ronnie. I like Craig. I like them both. I like the instrumentals that are backed up by them. But, if I have to compare them, I'm going to compare them with their outside bands, with the Dead Rabbits, and
especially the side projects.
Yep, in the Falling in Reverse. Falling in Reverse. Ronnie
let's just say he really enthusiased him. He really emphasized himself.
I have to give him. Here's what I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it as intricate, man. Ronnie can rap. Okay, he can do some stuff I've never seen be able to be done on a.
He's almost at Eminem speed level.
He can do the Eminem speed level, but then he can scream and growl, and his instrumentals are amazing.
And then just to add to all of that, he's got great stage performance, great, actually great. Character.
He can mix. He does parody. He does Saw. He does all. He does
serious parody. He's just good.
And then we go to the Dead Rabbits.
And you see that a lot in Falling in Reverse.
Yeah, you do. And then we go to the Dead Rabbits. Craig Mabbitt. Okay, the man is great. He can do a lot. I like the song "Are You on Drugs" by the Dead Rabbits.
He's great at singing. He's great at screaming and growling even.
Yeah, he can do a lot of. He does a lot more growling.
He has a very unique voice too.
But see, he can't do the things that Ronnie can, and Ronnie can't do some of the things that he can. Some of the things.
Ronnie can't sing the way Craig does.
Exactly.
Craig can sing sweet. Ronnie can't. That's not like he used to. He used to be able to, but not really.
Now you more or less listen to him as a parody rapper. But I give it to Craig and the Dead Rabbits as the singing person. I would have to give the singing to him. The screamo and the growl, I'd have to give a tie because they both can do just about as good on it. They both sound like cookie cutter metalcore screamers and growlers, the rapping phase, the techno phase, they both have their own little techno.
They have their own little tweak.
Yep, they both have that.
Ronnie has his rapping, and then Craig has his techno, which he leans more toward.
Yeah,
yeah. So,
but see, they're able to strive. You can't say techno can go with that because Falling in Reverse and the Dead Rabbits both have a lot of techno. It's Over When It's Over has a lot of techno.
I guess more Dead Rabbits is more synthesized.
Yeah, there you go. Now synthesized. Now you can give it to the Dead Rabbits. I like them both.
That pretty much just describes all the.
But in all honesty, if I had to lean towards one Escape the Fate singer, it would have to be Ronnie.
Why? Because he's the original, or he just fit better?
In all honesty, if you wanted to put him back into Escape the Fate, I would put Ronnie back in there, and I'd let him do the Falling in Reverse stunts, man.
You know what? Honestly, I wouldn't really disagree with you because he's more well-rounded than Craig is. Craig is kind of set one way. I've heard Bless the Fall, I've heard Dead Rabbits, and I've heard him in Escape the Fate.
And they sound pretty much the same.
You can just definitely tell when it's Craig.
But Ronnie, he can do a lot of stuff.
But
Ronnie, don't mess with Ouija boards and go to It's Over When It's Over on the entire Fashionably Late album, and you're just like, holy shit, this is amazing. So, I have to put
honestly, I have to say that Escape the Fate did better when Ronnie was actually in it.
No, you can't say that because Escape the Fate's fan base really grew with both of them.
They went both ways.
Yeah, a lot of people like Craig, a lot of people. That's why I put them out there because it's up for discussion.
Yeah.
Craig and Ronnie it's like Team Jacob versus Team Edward, except for in the rock format where you're not. It's better.
Well,
I'd much rather talk about Ronnie and Craig than.
Well, if we're gonna be like that, you and me are probably gonna talk about Danny and Deuce. But then again, I know more about Hollywood Undead than you do.
No, I'd still have. We'll get on that the next time.
Maybe
because I don't.
Well, you might just see that in one of these episodes. Just let us know if you want
this going. Okay.
let us know if you want to see that.
All right. Now we're on to the dedication part. Who are you dedicating?
All right. The dedication is whenever we take underground, or highly underrated, or whatever bands, that has come to our attention, and we believe deserve to be noticed. Mine, I actually have two. I have one which I found myself. It's called Dry Kill Logic. Actually, I'm probably gonna put it in the extra descriptions, or so that you can get.
We'll put it in the comments.
We'll put it in the comments. If you want to know, just let me know. And the other one would probably have to be Being as an Ocean. If you've never heard of this band, it's awesome. It's got a mixture of the lead singer can do some screams, but most of their tracks is kind of sort of him just talking. It's not even him really singing. It's just powerful speech, and it's just a really moving band. And I just feel like it should really be recognized. What's yours?
All right. As like him, I have two dedications. One, I'm going to have to go with my first one is the Amity Affliction. I can't really say anything bad about them. I love their song Pittsburgh. I've listened to a few other songs. They're great. They got great harmonizing vocals. They have great screaming ability. They have great instrumentals. They have great videos. I mean, you don't really see that a lot in... You can see that a lot in bands, but their videos are up there, you know?
What's that one that I did see?
Pittsburgh was the one you saw with me.
Yeah, okay, let's just say
the dude's arm was on fire.
If you can open a music video with everybody in the band on fire and playing,
that's badass. It's badassery.
I'm already hooked right there.
Okay, and the second one, I talked about it earlier, and I'm going to talk about it again. Beartooth, man. Beartooth, one of my favorite bands. After he showed me what Beartooth was, what I look at him as is a better, heavier version of Papa Roach, man. I mean, they can do some stuff in music that, I wish I could do, I mean, the screaming, the singing, everything.
It's just beautiful.
One man is like doing this behind amazing instruments. It's awesome. I love Beartooth.
Yeah, he can scream, growl, and his singing voice is just angelic.
He can do it. I mean, you can just go listen to Beartooth. Go listen to the Amity Affliction and give your own opinions.
And go listen to Dry Kill Logic, and go listen to...
go listen to all of them.
What was my other band?
That's sad, man.
And Being as an Ocean. Being as an Ocean.
They talk a lot. That's all I can say. They talk a lot behind music. I like it, though.
It's amazing.
It's a newer version of music, man. I like it.
I love how music is actually going to an extent. I don't like how mainstream music is going. But we'll get into that in probably some other episodes, if this goes well.
Okay, but now we're on...
Well, with that being said, is there anything left?
We got the overrated, underrated.
We should say the dedication for last.
Well, I like doing overrated, underrated last, because...
Well, okay, my overrated. Fuck, what can I say? Overrated... My overrated is always gonna be Avenged Sevenfold. I'm stepping on a lot of people's toes, but I'm saying it.
You can say that for them now. Earlier, you can't say that. I will agree.
I'm saying for them now. No, I can say this because I am a genuine fan of Avenged Sevenfold. Yep. Just saying. For the most part, they are still overrated.
They are.
I feel like they shouldn't be as big. But, how mainstream goes, whoever gets big, it ain't up to us.
Alright, my overrated band. And, not many people look at them as overrated. But in our state, this band has played so much, it just sickens me.
What?
Godsmack. I have to say...
You're going to consider them overrated?
Because they're played so much. Their new song.
No, their
remake of Rocky Mountain Way. They played it and overplayed it and overplayed it. They acted like Godsmack was like the best thing ever.
There's only 2 songs.
Crying Like a Bitch was probably their last good song.
There's only like 2 songs I ever hear from Godsmack down here, and that's I Stand Alone and Voodoo.
Still, our radio station, the one radio station South Carolina has.
We used to have 2.
Well, we do have 2. You just have to be in a certain area to have the second one.
Bullshit.
But Godsmack is probably one of them. I'd have to put them there. I have one more. My final overrated band would have to be... Okay, maybe I don't. Okay, that's all.
Okay, what do you got that's underrated?
Underrated? Oh my god, Beartooth. I will have to say Beartooth once more. I'll have to say the Amity Affliction once more. They're both underrated.
But what's your number 1 underrated?
Beartooth.
Mine would probably have to be Tool.
Tool, definitely. I have to
Tool.
agree with that.
Amazing bass, just surreal lyrics. That's just all me right there. That's just
If you're a stoner,
you never. If you're a stoner on any kind of drug, or just want to feel
PCP is also a good drug to use if you like it.
or just want to be completely sober and know what it feels like to probably be on all the drugs like your mom's ever told you. Yeah, Tool is perfect for you if you've never listened to it. Check it out. With that being said, goodbye everybody. I hope you love this. Please let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll see if we can make another video. It's all up to you guys, actually. I mean, we might make a couple more just to really get it out there and see if we can spark any more interest of anybody. But yeah. Let us know. Everything's going to be about what you guys tell us. We're going to be completely interactive. Just let's see how this goes.
All right. Thanks, guys.
So, see you next time. It's paused. I mean, it's done. Hopefully it'll fucking save. Please save. Please fucking save. Please fucking save. Please! Please? Please?